Steve, we're getting to that time where people are starting to plan their summer vacation, and unfortunately, the scammers are ready to pounce in all kinds of ways. What should we be watching out for as we're getting ready to book a vacation house, anything like that?
Yeah, one of the things here is, again, even if you go on any of the legitimate vacation sites, you can't be sure that they're accurate, that it actually is something legitimate. Because although they do try and do a good job as far as taking the scammers off, they're never perfect. And of course, when you go to something that isn't a vacation site like, say, Craigslist or something that appears on social media or you see in an email, you never really can trust that. You've got to be particularly skeptical. The two things that you can do though that are really helpful is one, you want to take that listing for that place that looks absolutely fantastic, and you want to put in that same address into a Google search and see where else it turns up. Unfortunately, there actually is a wonderful place. It must be a terrific vacation, home on Provincetown, and they have had to put a sign on their door, no, we are not renting this out, you just got scammed. But the other thing is, and this is something came up with, what you do is you go to, let's say it's a vacation home in Provincetown. You go to the Provincetown tax assessor's office, and you can do that easily online. And you put in the name of you put in the address and also find out who actually owns this. This is one of the instances where I did take my own advice. I was renting a place on Wellfleet one summer and down the Cape. And sure enough, the people we were going to be renting it from were not the people who own it. So check it out with the tax assessor to see who really owns it. And then you never wire money. And you don't Zelle or Venmo, because here again, that should only be used for people that you know very closely. So use a credit card, and that's your best way. But check out who actually owns it and check for double listings.
Yeah, I'm guessing a Google image search would also probably be helpful to try to find other listings on the internet.
Exactly, and that's what happens is the scammers will pick up listings that are legitimately out there in the same photos, and then they'll put it into their site. So yeah, if you do a Google image search, it's a terrific way to see if you're looking at a vacation or you're looking at hell.
And then when it comes to timeshares too, I mean, timeshares are already fraught with a bunch of, potential issues in terms of if you ever want to get out of them. But beyond that, now you're seeing a new scam when it comes to timeshares, right?
Yeah, this is one that I got to admit blew me away. And over the last few years, it's been very difficult for people who had timeshares and wanted to sell them. So the scammers have always been there available, but now particularly there is a drug cartel in Mexico that is expanding. They're diversifying, and now what they're doing is they're calling, and often it's the elderly who have timeshares in Mexico and in other places, and say that they will sell their timeshare, guarantee they'll get a sale. They want anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000 as a payment before they do anything. And the FBI was estimating that over the 10 years they've been doing this, they literally have stolen about $100 million from timeshare owners. So if you have a timeshare, well, first of all, my condolences, but there are some nice ones if you're going to use them. However, if you're going to sell them, really the best way to do it is to go to the resort management itself. There are some legitimate companies out there, but the resort management is going to probably be your best bet, and you never pay anything in advance for the sale of a timeshare.